Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Elisa and you're watching the Art Occultist. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today we are doing another channeled reading from the great Titaness Hekate, and for this particular reading I'm going to be using an oracle deck that's a combination between this one and Le Vampire by the same creators. And I combined the two decks into one mega deck, and I chose only the cards that resonated from both decks. So I'm going to be using this oracle deck, this combination of oracle decks, and for the tarot cards I'll be using the Art Occultist tarot, a deck that I created a few years ago. This is my prototype copy. There's a full walkthrough of the available version of this deck on the channel, as well as there's a walkthrough of the majority of the decks that I offer on Make Playing Cards. So if you're curious, you can check those decks in this separate playlist. Okay, I'll start by shuffling the oracle deck and pulling a card as a theme for the reading. But before that, I'm going to ground and center myself and invite Hekate to join us for this message. Okay, Hekate, 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 please step forward and join us for this reading and share your guidance, wisdom, and knowledge with all of us gathered here today. Okay, so for the theme, how interesting. For the theme of today's reading, we have this card. And it says, such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. So without pulling any tarot cards just yet, what comes to mind is that Hekate wants us to ground ourselves into the day-to-day experience of what it means to be human, and to kind of come to our senses and to be more embodied and present into our human experience. This card is also prompting me to talk about illusions and dreamlike states and detachment as well. Mental and emotional numbness and detachment from reality and from our experience, daily experiences. And Hekate is urging us to ground ourselves and center ourselves in the present moment. This may speak about the prevailing problem with social media usage and using it to numb ourselves and dissociate and detach from our mundane problems and experiences. And maybe this serves as a call to limit your screen time and be more present into your actual life outside of the internet. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards and I'm going to pull from the tarot deck. As per usual, I'm using a tarot spread to structure the reading. Okay. I created a little mess with my clumsy shuffling, but no problem. We are continuing forward. So, okay. Okay, so All of the cards are laid down and we are proceeding. So the challenges and the things that we might not be seeing as of now in terms of this theme of grounding ourselves and returning to reality is represented by this card. This is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is a card that is very chaotic in its energy. It's all about your mind being overly active and in pursuit. So this is a confirmation to me that this indeed speaks about this internet craze, social media craze, and how we use it to numb ourselves and be disconnected from the reality and from our bodies, our experiences. And the challenge that we are faced is how can we calm down the mind and actually detach from this addiction towards constantly scrolling and the desire to be online and to see what's new constantly. The desire and the fear of missing out on news, trends, etc. So we are being challenged by calming our minds and actually stepping back from this whole interplay and regaining our focus and ability to be present and in the moment, not constantly chasing the next hit and that dopamine release. I hope that this makes sense. It makes sense in my head. But yeah, the next card is going to speak about what Hekate is asking us to do about that. Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind, leaving something of an emotional nature behind, breaking patterns, because the number 8 is all about loops and patterns. So Hekate is asking us to break this emotional, mental loop that this addiction keeps feeling, that we keep feeling, because we are an active participant in this addiction and in this interplay. So Hekate is saying that we need to leave that behind and focus on ourselves, basically. The next card is going to speak about the strengths and abilities that we possess in order to do that sort of thing. And here we have the Four of Cups. In terms of strengths and abilities, how can we interpret the Four of Cups? Let's see. The Four of Cups is a card of emotional stability and structures, because the number 4 is all about structure and stability and foundation. So you have the ability to create this solid foundation in order to feel safe and secure and to not need to be constantly scrolling and feeding this loop, emotional and mental loop that we already discussed. You have the ability and you need to learn how to stay with yourself and even get bored, because this whole addiction that we are discussing is actually robbing you from the ability to get bored, because your mind is constantly stimulated. And this is kind of a shady territory, because if we are never bored, we don't get the urge to find new ways to entertain ourselves or create something new or explore new hobbies and desires, etc. So boredom is very important for the human experience, and we really need to learn how to sit with ourselves And Hekate is saying that you have the power to create this safe space to explore yourself and to be secure within your own emotions, within your own mind, within your own life. To have this emotional structure and stability so that you don't need the dopamine hit. The next card is the flaws and the weaknesses that may actually prevent you from rising above this. Here we have the Hanged Man. Flaws and weaknesses. You have totally forgotten how to be present with yourself, because the Hangman is a forceful time of time out. So if you don't create the space for yourself, something will happen and you will find yourself in this timeout space, whether you like it or not. This ties to the theme of this thing needs to happen, but you can go about and do it consciously, make a conscious choice to better yourself, your habits, and how you use your time, your attention, where you put your emotions and mental capabilities, what you put those things towards, or you will be forced to take a break, and forcefully you will have no choice but to reevaluate your whole relationship with this dynamic. Yeah, that's what comes to me. The next card is the help that will be provided from Hekate in this venture. And we have the Fool. The Fool card is a card of new beginnings. It's a card of being free, your spirit feeling free. It's a card of freedom. It's a card of taking risks, almost. So Hekate will help you start this journey. She will be there to support you and she will be there to guide you. I'm saying that because in the traditional depiction of the Fool card in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, in the right corner of the card, the right bottom corner of the card, there's a little dog which guides the main character depicted on the card. So Hekate is saying that she will be available to you, she will guide you through this journey, but she is urging you to make the decision consciously. The last card is the advice that she has for you today, and we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a archetype and an energy of pursuing your heart's desires, of going out of your way and really pursuing the things that feed your soul on an emotional level. And Hecate's advice here is that you really need to be careful, because you can get this satisfaction by scrolling, getting that quick dopamine hit, but you can also take another route and actually do something productive with your time, something that's actually important to you and more aligned with your true heart's desires. And you can get your satisfaction that way. It's a choice that you need to make in the moment. Okay, let's pull one more oracle card to finish off this reading, and we will be wrapping it for today. Okay, Hekate, is there anything else that you wish to share with us today? And we have this card. It says thirst, craving, compulsion, and obsession. And this card really solidifies what I was speaking about earlier, about this whole reading being tied to an addictive behavior, most likely the addictive behavior that most of us have towards our phone, our social media presence, and actually the need to come to reality and battle with this obsession and compulsion. That was a lot. But yeah, guys, I think that's everything that Hekate wanted to share today. I hope that this was useful. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here and taking your time to participate. If you want a personal reading, I offer those on my coffee shop. I also have membership open, and I'm also a deck creator, and you can purchase this deck, the Art Occultist, on Make Playing Cards, as well as all of my other deck creations. All of those things will be linked in the description box down below if you so choose to check them out. But if you do, I'll be very grateful to you. Yeah, I think that's it. Once again, I'm Elisa and you're watching the Art Occultist, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and I hope that everything's well wherever you are in the world. Bye.